You can have a dense neighborhood in a residential setting. As you see here, the houses here are all very close together. But we don't really have huge backyards because we're all together, and also too, our houses are not huge. I view this as a tiny house that's livable, but also residential, but it's also very dense. Hello, this is Lo Sontag, and this is Halcyon Park. I just kind of want to show you how there's little traffic in my neighborhood, and I want you to take a look at the streets, and look at how you really can't speed on the streets. I'm just going to ride my bike around, okay? I think the great thing about this place is that kids, like as young as like 4 or 5 years old, they can ride their bikes here. And it's not just because it's on a Sunday, it's just because you can't drive fast on the street because of the way the cars are set up, the way the street is set up. We don't have a big backyard, but we have this shared front yard. We have a shared park that all the houses in the community share. So this is how you can do dense urban development, because this is an urban location and this is quite dense, but it doesn't have to look like Manhattan. So you can see that there are a variety of ways to do dense homes for people, and everybody kind of has a single family home, even though some of these could be turned into duplexes, and it would still keep the character of the neighborhood. And you could even have probably some low-rise apartments and it would be fine.
Well, you caught one the other day, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, caught one. Oh, I should record it. Just so you know, my house is right on the corner, right behind us. And I am going to the train station, which is like right by my house. Okay, this is the light rail to Penn Newark. This will get you to New York City. It also gets you into downtown Newark. It also gets you to Bradgebrook Park. If it's raining or if I'm running late, I will take this train into Essex rather than ride my bike all the way there. And the great thing about this, I think, is that what we could be doing is connecting this all the way to the heavy rail, which would, I don't know, we could connect it to the heavy rail, which would give us 2 ways in to New York City, connected via public transit rather than just one way this way and one way over there. Another thing that could be done is we could put a bike lane aside the light rail. If you look over here, there could be a light rail that connects to the Bloomfield station, heavy rail, and connects all the way to downtown Newark. So if we don't want to use Bloomfield as a way to get us in via a bike lane, we can make a bike lane right along the light rail trail that connects over to the heavy rail. Hello, I'm here again. Just kidding. Anyway, so this is the Halcyon Park pond. It has turtles, it has ducks, it has fish, and this is part of our community. It's part of the ecosystem. It's park-like. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, and you don't see that many cars driving around because it's just not pleasant to drive around here. It's much more pleasant to walk. And that's one of the things I love about this neighborhood. And so a lot of people say, oh, I can't afford to live in Manhattan. I can't afford to not drive. Here's the thing. There are a lot of middle class people in New York Metro that are actively choosing to have a car-centric lifestyle. My family, my husband and I chose to live here because we didn't want to have a car-centric lifestyle. We wanted to be able to take the bus, ride our bikes, use the train. So the thing is that it is your choice. Some people have a choice, not everyone, but there are a lot of middle-class people in the New York metro area that are choosing isolation, that are choosing individualism. And if you're a cyclist or you're a cycling advocate, you're an environmentalist, and you're choosing selfishness, then you don't really care about the climate crisis. You don't really care about cycling. You just care about yourself. So we need to start creating situations where we're a collective, where we're cooperating, where we're caring about nature in a way that we have to work with our neighbors and we have to work in synergy with the, trees and plants and